Most men over 50 don't realize this, but the water you drink every single day could be quietly draining your energy, tightening your blood vessels, and weakening your most vital function as a man. It sounds unbelievable, I know, but after decades of studying male health, I can tell you, plain water alone is no longer enough. Your body has changed, your cells have changed, and unless you change the way you hydrate, you'll keep feeling tired, foggy, and disconnected from the strength you once had. I'm Dr. Mohit Khera, a urologist and men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men restore their vitality, their performance, and their confidence, naturally. I've treated thousands of patients who thought aging meant losing their power, but once they corrected this one simple daily habit, everything began to change. Here's the paradox. We're told to drink more water, yet men over 50 are still dehydrated, fatigued, and struggling with poor circulation. Why? Because your body no longer absorbs water the same way it used to. Without the right minerals, nature's electrical sparks, your cells can't pull water in or send the signal for blood to flow freely. You may be drinking enough, but your body is still running on empty. But here's the good news. When you add just a pinch of the right mineral to your water, something incredible happens. Your blood vessels relax, your circulation wakes up, and that steady surge of energy you thought was gone for good starts returning. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what to add to your water after 50, and how this small daily ritual can make your blood surge like you're 20 again. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss another men's health tip designed specifically for you. And if you're ready to take control of your energy and blood flow, type 1 in the comments below. If you think I can explain it even better next time, type 0. Your feedback helps me create the most useful videos for you. Now, let's begin with what really happens inside your body after 50. You might think aging just slows you down, but the truth runs deeper. Your hydration system itself starts to break down. Let's uncover how this silent hydration crisis quietly drains your energy and weakens your blood flow every single day. 1. The aging hydration crisis. When I sit across from a man in his 60s or 70s who tells me, "Doc, I drink plenty of water, but I still feel tired all the time," I can almost predict what's happening inside his body. It's not that he isn't drinking enough. It's that his body has forgotten how to use the water he drinks. That's what I call the aging hydration crisis, a slow, invisible process that drains your energy, weakens your blood flow, and makes you feel older than you really are. When you were young, your body was like a perfectly tuned engine. Your kidneys filtered efficiently. Your digestive system absorbed nutrients with ease. Your cells soaked up water like thirsty sponges. Every organ, every muscle, every nerve was powered by a steady current of hydration and minerals. You didn't have to think about it, your body just worked. But somewhere around your 50s, the machinery begins to change. Your thirst signal weakens, so you don't feel thirsty even when your body desperately needs water. Your kidneys, once powerful filters, start to lose their precision. They let go of essential minerals faster than your body can replace them. And as this happens, your blood vessels, the silent highways that deliver oxygen and nutrients to every cell, begin to stiffen. The smooth, flexible walls that once opened wide with every heartbeat now resist that signal. Blood doesn't flow as freely as it used to, and your tissues start to feel the difference. I've seen it hundreds of times. A man thinks he's hydrating properly, yet he's actually in a constant state of mild dehydration. His energy fades in the afternoon, his mind feels foggy, and even his performance in the bedroom starts to slip. It's not his willpower that's fading, it's his circulation. His blood simply can't move the way it once did, and plain water alone can't fix it, because as we age, our cells lose their ability to absorb and hold on to water efficiently. Here's something most men don't realize. Hydration isn't just about replacing fluids. It's about maintaining the electrical charge that helps water move into your cells and fuels every heartbeat, every thought, and every muscle contraction. Without that charge, water passes right through you. You can drink gallon after gallon and still feel thirsty, tired, and weak. So the real issue isn't how much water you drink, it's what's missing from that water. Your body needs more than H2O. It needs the right minerals that give it life, spark, and strength. That's the hidden key to restoring deep cellular hydration and keeping your circulation strong. And once you understand that missing link, you'll see why just water isn't enough anymore, and how adding a single pinch of the right mineral can completely change the way your body feels and performs. Let's explore that secret next. 2. Why just water stops working after 50. When I tell men that plain water doesn't hydrate the same way after 50, they usually look at me like I've just told them the sky isn't blue. But it's true. Over the years, I've had countless patients say, "Dr. Khera, I drink water all day long. I even carry a big bottle with me, but I still feel dry and tired." And I tell them, it's not your fault. It's your biology. Your body is changing in ways you can't see. And that clear glass of water that once recharged you in your 20s now barely makes it past your kidneys. Let me explain it the way I do in my office. Every cell in your body functions like a tiny battery. It needs electrical charge to pull in water and nutrients. That electrical charge comes from minerals, sodium, potassium, magnesium, and a few others. These are what scientists call electrolytes. They're not just sports drink marketing buzzwords. They're the spark plugs of life. When you dissolve minerals in water, the water itself becomes electrically active. It carries energy that helps your cells communicate, your heart beat rhythmically, and your blood vessels open smoothly to deliver oxygen. But after 50, those mineral reserves start to run low. Your diet, your medications, and even the natural aging of your kidneys slowly drain your body of these vital electrolytes. So even though you're drinking plenty of water, it's missing the current that powers hydration at the cellular level. Imagine trying to run your phone on a dead battery. It's connected, but nothing turns on. That's exactly what happens inside your body when you drink plain water without minerals. I've seen men struggle with fatigue, cold hands and feet, restless sleep, and even poor circulation down below, all symptoms of what I call silent dehydration. Their cells are swimming in water, but they're starving for energy. Their nerves can't fire properly, their muscles don't contract efficiently, and their blood vessels stay slightly constricted. Over time, this quiet imbalance drains your vitality. You might think you're just getting older, but what's really happening is that your body's electrical system is running low on charge. When you restore that charge, when you bring back the right minerals into your daily hydration, you turn the system back on. Your cells wake up, your blood flow improves, and suddenly, that afternoon fatigue starts to fade. It's not magic, it's chemistry. It's giving your body what it's been missing for decades. So if plain water alone can't recharge you, what exactly should you add to it to bring back that lost spark? The answer starts with one misunderstood mineral that's been unfairly blamed for years, but it's actually the gatekeeper of true hydration. Let's talk about sodium. 3. Sodium, the gatekeeper of hydration. For decades, we've been told that sodium is the enemy, that it raises blood pressure, stiffens arteries, and harms the heart. I understand why people believe that. I used to warn my own patients to cut back on salt without hesitation. But over the years, I began noticing something that didn't add up. Many of the men who were avoiding salt completely were tired, dizzy, and constantly thirsty. Their blood pressure wasn't improving much, and they felt weaker than before. That's when I realized something profound. Sodium itself isn't the villain. It's the type of sodium we consume and the lack of balance that turns it into a problem. When you eat processed food loaded with refined table salt, you're flooding your body with sodium chloride stripped of everything nature intended it to have. It's like pouring acid into a garden. Nothing good grows from it. But when you use unrefined sea salt or pink Himalayan salt, you're giving your body a complex blend of over 80 trace minerals. These natural salts contain the exact ingredients your body needs to stay hydrated, to generate energy, and to maintain electrical balance inside your cells. That's the difference between toxic and therapeutic. Sodium's real job is to act as the gatekeeper of hydration. It controls how much water stays inside your cells and how much gets flushed away. Without enough sodium, your body can't hold on to water effectively. That's why some men can drink gallon after gallon and still feel dehydrated. Their sodium levels are too low for their cells to actually absorb the water. Just a small pinch of natural salt in your morning glass of water can transform how your body feels. I'm talking about the tiniest amount, the tip of your pinky finger. That small addition helps your cells pull water deep inside, increases your blood volume, and allows your heart to pump more efficiently. I've had older men come back to my office weeks after trying this telling me, "Doc, I don't feel drained anymore. My energy feels smoother, my circulation feels stronger." They're amazed that something so small could make such a difference. But that's the beauty of true hydration. It's not about more, it's about balance. Sodium opens the door so water can actually do its job. Now, if sodium is the gatekeeper that allows hydration to flow, there's another mineral that ensures that flow remains smooth and steady. It's the one responsible for calming your arteries, relaxing your muscles, and keeping your blood pressure under control. And it's a mineral most men are quietly starving for. Let's talk about magnesium. 4. Magnesium, the great relaxer. If sodium opens the door to hydration, magnesium is what allows everything inside to move with grace and ease. I like to call it the great relaxer because, in many ways, magnesium is the mineral that teaches your body how to breathe again. When I meet men over 60 who tell me their blood pressure is creeping up, that they can't sleep as well, or that their body always feels tense, I know they're probably running low on magnesium. And it's no surprise, about 3 out of 4 adults today are deficient in this vital mineral. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. It helps regulate your heartbeat, calm your nerves, relax your muscles, and keep your arteries flexible. Think of it as nature's anti-stress signal. Every time your heart beats, calcium makes it contract, and magnesium tells it when to relax. Without enough magnesium, your blood vessels stay tight, your muscles stay tense, and your circulation suffers. It's like driving with the brakes halfway on. Your body is always fighting itself. I remember a patient in his late 60s who came to me complaining about restless sleep, muscle cramps, and poor stamina. He was frustrated because he had already cut out salt, sugar, caffeine, everything he thought was bad, but he never realized his body was begging for magnesium. After just a few weeks of adding magnesium glycinate powder to his morning water, he came back smiling. His sleep had improved, his energy felt steadier, and most importantly, he said, "Doc, my body finally feels calm again." That's what magnesium does. It doesn't just relax your body, it restores balance to your entire system. What makes magnesium so special for men's health is its effect on the smooth muscles that line your arteries and the spongy tissue inside the penis. When those muscles relax, blood can rush in freely, filling every chamber, fueling every organ, every thought, every movement. Without that relaxation, blood flow stays restricted, and performance, both physical and intimate, starts to decline. The good news is that magnesium is easy to restore. All it takes is a small, daily dose of the right form, magnesium citrate or glycinate, mixed into your water. Within days, your body begins to loosen its grip, your circulation opens up, and you start to feel like your system is running on clean, steady power again. But even when magnesium and sodium work together to keep your system hydrated and relaxed, there's still one more mineral that ensures everything stays in perfect rhythm, the quiet regulator that keeps your heart steady and your blood pressure balanced. Let's uncover the crucial role of potassium. 5. Potassium, the balancer. If magnesium is the mineral that relaxes your body, then potassium is the one that keeps everything in perfect rhythm. I like to think of potassium as the quiet conductor of your body's electrical orchestra, the element that makes sure every beat, pulse, and signal happens in harmony. When potassium levels fall out of balance, that harmony begins to falter. The heart beats harder instead of smoother, blood pressure creeps up, and the delicate rhythm that keeps your circulation flowing starts to wobble. Most men over 50 don't realize they're low on potassium, but I see the signs every single week. Our modern diet is part of the problem. Decades ago, we got plenty of potassium from fresh fruits, vegetables, and clean water. Today, most meals are built around processed foods loaded with sodium, but almost no potassium. It's an uneven trade that throws your entire system off balance. Your cells end up with too much sodium and not enough potassium to keep that electrical exchange steady. The result is stiffness, sluggish blood flow, and higher blood pressure. 3 of the biggest factors that drain your vitality as you age. I once had a patient who came to me complaining that no matter how much water he drank, his blood pressure never improved, and his hands and feet were always cold. We reviewed his diet together: fast breakfasts, frozen dinners, very few vegetables. When we added just 1 potassium-rich mineral blend to his daily water and encouraged him to eat more spinach, avocado, and bananas, everything began to change. Within weeks, his blood pressure normalized, his energy lifted, and his mood steadied. He told me, "Doc, I feel grounded again." That's what potassium does. It grounds your body, keeps your electrical system stable, and gives your blood vessels the signal to stay open and responsive. The balance between sodium and potassium is one of the most beautiful and vital relationships in the human body. Sodium draws water into your cells. Potassium makes sure that water doesn't overwhelm them. Together, they maintain the perfect tension that keeps your blood pressure steady and your heart strong. It's not about cutting salt or chasing supplements. It's about restoring nature's design. When you start to correct that imbalance, your body feels lighter, your heart beats more efficiently, and your circulation feels smooth again. You stop fighting against your body and you start working with it. But hydration and blood flow aren't just about minerals alone. There's another piece of the puzzle that determines whether your energy, mood, and manhood stay strong. It's a mineral that fuels your hormones, your immune system, and your drive. Let's talk about zinc, the true spark of male vitality. 6. Zinc, the hormonal spark. If potassium keeps your rhythm steady, zinc is the mineral that keeps your fire alive. I've seen this over and over in my clinic. Men come in feeling drained, their drive fading, their motivation slipping away. They say, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore." And often, when we run the tests, the answer is right there: low zinc. It's subtle, it doesn't shout, but it quietly pulls the life force out of a man. Zinc is one of the most powerful yet overlooked minerals for male vitality. It's essential for testosterone production, sperm health, muscle growth, and immune function. Without enough zinc, your body simply can't make or maintain optimal levels of testosterone, the hormone that fuels your energy, strength, and confidence. And as you age, your ability to absorb zinc from food declines, especially if you drink alcohol regularly, take certain medications, or eat mostly processed foods. That slow decline can sneak up on you, and before you know it, you're feeling weaker, moodier, and less interested in the things that once made you feel alive. I remember a man in his early 70s who came to me saying, "I feel like my engine still runs, but the spark plugs don't fire." That metaphor couldn't be more accurate. Zinc is that spark plug. Once we added a small dose of liquid zinc to his daily water routine, just a few drops, he came back a month later looking renewed. He said, "It's like the lights came back on." That's what restoring zinc can do. It doesn't just lift testosterone, it brings back clarity, vitality, and the sense of being fully awake again. Zinc also plays a powerful role in your immune defense. After 50, your immune system starts to slow down, making you more vulnerable to infections and longer recovery times. Zinc helps your body build and activate immune cells, keeping your defenses sharp. And when your immune system is strong, your energy levels stay stable and your body performs better in every way. The key is absorption. Most men take zinc pills that pass through the body barely used, but when you add a few drops of liquid zinc to your water each day, your body absorbs it immediately. It's simple, efficient, and far more effective than any tablet. Within weeks, many men notice not just improved energy and mood, but also a renewed sense of masculine vitality. Still, even with your hormones balanced and your immune system strong, there's one more mineral that completes the story of healthy blood flow. It's the mineral that gives your blood its color and your body its oxygen. Without it, all the other pieces fall short. Let's talk about iron, the silent carrier of life itself. 7. Iron, the oxygen carrier. Every time I talk to my patients about energy, I remind them that true vitality doesn't come from caffeine or supplements. It comes from oxygen. Oxygen is the purest fuel your body has, and the mineral that delivers it to every cell is iron. Without iron, your blood is like an empty train. It moves, but it carries nothing of value. I've had men in their 60s and 70s tell me they feel constantly exhausted, even though they sleep well and eat decently. They'll say, "Doc, I'm not lazy. I just feel like I'm running out of gas." And they're right, because in many cases, they are. Iron is the core of hemoglobin, the protein inside your red blood cells that binds oxygen and carries it through your bloodstream. It's what gives your blood its rich red color and your muscles their endurance. When iron levels drop, your blood can't carry enough oxygen, so your tissues, especially your heart, brain, and muscles, start to suffocate slowly. You might notice it first as constant fatigue, lightheadedness, pale skin, or a faster heartbeat when climbing stairs. But for men, there's another symptom that often gets overlooked: weaker erections. Because when oxygen delivery falters, so does circulation. I remember one patient, a retired teacher in his late 60s, who came to me frustrated that no matter how healthy he ate, he still felt drained. His wife said he seemed slower, quieter, less himself. When we checked his blood, his iron levels were barely within range. With his doctor's supervision, we added a gentle, easily absorbed liquid iron supplement to his water routine a few times a week. Within a month, his color returned, his energy picked up, and he looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I feel alive again." That's the power of restoring oxygen flow. It brings you back to yourself. Now, I want to be very clear. Iron isn't something to take casually. Too little, and your energy crashes. Too much, and it can damage your heart or liver. That's why you should only supplement under medical guidance. But understanding iron's role helps you appreciate how vital oxygen is to everything: your focus, your stamina, even your desire. When your blood carries oxygen efficiently, every organ performs better, and your entire system feels recharged. And yet, all of this, hydration, minerals, and oxygen, is only part of the story. Because knowing what your body needs is one thing, but learning how to put it all together in a simple daily ritual that truly transforms your energy and blood flow, that's where the real magic happens. So let's take everything we've learned and turn it into an easy, practical routine you can start today. 8. Turning water into a daily blood flow ritual. By now, you understand that water alone isn't enough, and that your body after 50 needs minerals to keep blood flowing smoothly, cells energized, and hormones balanced. But here's the truth. Knowing what to add is only half the story. The real transformation happens when you build these habits into a simple, consistent daily ritual. I've seen it change lives. Men who once felt sluggish, foggy, and disconnected begin to feel strong, clear-headed, and confident again, all from mastering this one small routine. Start with the morning. Before you reach for coffee, drink a large glass of water with a pinch of high-quality unrefined salt or magnesium citrate powder. This isn't just hydration, it's ignition. That first drink sends a signal through your body. Wake up, circulate, move. Your blood vessels begin to expand, your heart pumps more efficiently, and your cells absorb water more deeply. Within minutes, many men notice clearer thinking and a calmer pulse. It's your body's way of saying, "Thank you for remembering what I need." Later in the day, after a meal, add a few drops of liquid zinc to a glass of water. You'll be supporting your immune system and keeping your testosterone production running at full capacity. It's a subtle shift, but over time, that consistency builds resilience. You recover faster, feel more focused, and notice that natural spark of energy returning. Then, after a workout or evening walk, reach for your potassium-rich water blend to restore what sweat takes away. This helps maintain the balance between sodium and potassium, keeping your circulation smooth and your heart steady. I often tell my patients that this isn't about chasing instant results. It's about teaching your body how to thrive again. Give it 2 to 3 weeks, and you'll start noticing small but powerful changes: steadier mornings, fewer energy dips, and a renewed sense of strength. These aren't coincidences. They're signs that your blood flow, your hydration, and your vitality are coming back into sync. The secret is consistency, not complexity. When you add these minerals the right way, mindfully, daily, and with purpose, Your water becomes more than just a drink. It becomes medicine. It becomes movement. It becomes life flowing through you again. But before you rush to try it, there are a few critical mistakes that can hold you back or even undo your progress, and most men don't realize they're making them. Let's go over those next so you can do this safely, effectively, and get the results you truly deserve. 9. The 3 costly mistakes most men make. After guiding thousands of men over the years, I've learned something important. Success doesn't just depend on what you do right. It also depends on what you avoid doing wrong. I've seen many men start their mineral hydration routine with good intentions, only to fall into the same 3 traps that leave them frustrated, bloated, or disappointed. These mistakes are easy to make, but once you understand them, you'll be able to sidestep them and get the results you truly want: more energy, better focus, and stronger blood flow. The first mistake is using too much salt. I know, when something feels good, it's tempting to think more must be better. But with minerals, balance is everything. You only need a pinch, about what fits on the tip of your pinky finger. I've had men come back saying they felt puffy or noticed their blood pressure climb, and when I asked how much salt they used, they laughed and said, "Just a teaspoon, doc." That's 8 times too much. Natural salt should gently restore balance, not overwhelm it. A tiny amount is enough to recharge your cells without stressing your system. The second mistake is buying the wrong type of magnesium. It breaks my heart to see men trying to take care of themselves, but choosing cheap magnesium oxide because it's what they saw at the drugstore. That form is poorly absorbed and can upset your stomach. What you want is magnesium glycinate or citrate. These dissolve easily in water and are actually used by your body. The difference between the two is like the difference between filling your car with premium fuel versus muddy water. Spend the extra few dollars. It's worth every cent. And finally, the third mistake is expecting overnight results. Your body didn't get depleted in a day, and it won't rebuild itself in a day either. Healing takes time. Most men start to notice a shift after about 2 to 3 weeks. Their sleep improves, their energy lasts longer, and their circulation feels smoother. Some feel it sooner, some a bit later, but it always happens when you stay consistent. I tell my patients, give your body 3 weeks of trust, and it will give you decades of gratitude. These mistakes are easy to avoid once you know the truth. And when you do, your body starts working with you instead of against you. You'll begin to feel the difference not just in your energy, but in your confidence, clarity, and even your intimacy. Because in the end, this isn't just about water, it's about reclaiming your strength, one sip at a time. And now, as we close, I want to leave you with a message that I share with every man who sits across from me in my office. A message about what it really means to take back control of your vitality after 50. 10. The final word. Reclaiming your strength, one sip at a time. When I look back at the men I've treated over the years, fathers, husbands, grandfathers, I see a pattern that goes far beyond medicine. Most of them didn't come to me because they were sick. They came because they felt something slipping away, their spark, their stamina, their confidence. They were tired of waking up exhausted, of watching their energy fade, of feeling like their body was quietly working against them. And the truth is, much of that loss starts with something as simple and as fixable as hydration. Your body after 50 isn't the same as it once was, but it isn't broken. It's just asking for a different kind of care. Water alone is no longer enough because your cells need more than just liquid. They need life. They need the minerals that help electricity flow, that open blood vessels, that relax muscles, that fuel hormones. Sodium to pull water in, magnesium to calm and relax, potassium to balance and steady, zinc to restore your drive, iron to bring oxygen where it's needed most. Together, they transform water from a basic drink into what I like to call functional fuel. When you take that first sip of water mixed with the right minerals, something subtle but powerful begins to happen. Your cells start to come alive again. Your blood flow improves, your heart feels lighter, your mind clearer. Over time, your energy steadies, your mood lifts, and the strength you thought you had lost begins to return. You're not just hydrating, you're rebuilding your foundation. I've seen men regain the glow in their eyes, the power in their steps, and the confidence they thought belonged to their younger years. Not through expensive treatments or miracle pills, but through understanding how the body truly works and giving it what it's quietly been asking for all along. The difference isn't measured in days, it's felt in decades. So here's my advice. Make this your daily ritual. Every morning, every sip, let it remind you that your body still knows how to heal and perform. You just have to give it the right tools. Don't underestimate the power of something so simple, because sometimes the smallest daily choice, the pinch of salt, the drop of zinc, the glass of water, can completely change the way you feel about your body and your life. You deserve to wake up with steady energy, with a clear mind, with blood flowing strong and smooth through every part of your body. You deserve to feel alive again. And it all begins, quite literally, with a single glass of water. If this message spoke to you, if something inside you said, "Yes, that's exactly what I've been missing," then don't let it stop here. I've poured my heart and decades of experience into helping men like you rediscover strength, energy, and confidence after 50. But I can only keep creating more videos like this with your support. So, before you go, please take just a few seconds to hit the like button. It tells YouTube that this kind of real, science-backed content matters. Share this video with a friend, a brother, or anyone you care about who might still be drinking plain water, wondering why their energy has faded. Leave me a comment below and tell me where you're watching from and what changes you've noticed since improving your hydration. I read every single one. And if you'd like to help this channel grow so we can keep reaching more men who need this truth, consider supporting through a small donation or thanks contribution below. Every dollar helps me keep producing honest, practical, and life-changing health advice made just for you. Remember, you're never too old to feel young again. Let's keep learning, growing, and healing together.